This is called Lap's last call. All right,
All right.
last call. We're bellying up here, bellying up to the bar as such. I got 10 quick hits for you, DJ.
Okay.
I know you'll handle these well. First off, the offensive lineman that you respect most in the National Football League that you've gone up against over the years.
Quentin Nelson.
Really? Yeah.
It's always a battle, me and Big Q.
Stud.
It's just always one of those things. We see each other before the game. We tell each other we know it's going to be a good battle. It's never been a beef between me and him. I've watched him bury some guys, and so I always got it on my mind. It's not happening to me, but I've watched him absolutely bury some vibes. And if I was a parents in the stands, I'd be like, "Hey man, you ain't doing that to my son," type thing. But pregame, I always see him out there and I always see him warming up. So me and him always have a good little chat pregame, and I just know it's going to be a battle.
I'll tell you what, that's a couple of massive human beings
Yeah,
going at each other, man. As a former, I'd love to watch those kind of matchups. And I'll tell you what, man, you've embarrassed your share of guys now. Whew.
Yeah,
you knock them around, man. You knock a lot of guys around.
Yeah, I get after some guys. I don't try not to let them ever get the best of me. I think even if you look up our battles, I feel like I felt like I came out on top on something. I'm sure he feels like he came on top on something.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Who's the biggest trash talker in the offensive line that you've gone up against over the years?
Probably Richie Incognito.
Oh, yeah, he's known for that, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't mess with bro at all. Like I wouldn't like see him on the street type. Like we would really have a problem. Like that type of vibe. The stuff he talks and the way he talks trash, I don't really tolerate it too well. So me and him, we don't see eye to eye at all.
Yeah. No love lost there, huh?
No love lost there. I'm straight on
it.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Well.
Oh, I can throw another Ryan Jensen can be in that group too.
Is that right?
Yeah, both of those two can be in that group. I saw we were thinking about signing them. And I'd have set it aside for a teammate, but he can get thrown in that group as well.
You'd have to bury the hatchet, huh?
Yeah, I could bury the hatchet for a teammate, but since he's not my teammate, it's all smoke wanted.
There you go. There you go. All right. I like to eat. I'm sure you like to eat.
Yeah.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure food? What do you like? If you said, they said, all right, now you can have whatever you want, cheat, whatever, however you want to term it, man. What would you go for?
Oh man, whatever. It's a breakfast food, but not many people eat it. Like when I go home, I'm gonna eat it this weekend. Like my mom's gonna make some liver pudding for me.
Really?
Yeah, I love liver pudding. I eat it. I grew up eating it all the time.
Really?
So that's just like something that I eat, and can't nobody tell me any difference. I'll never stop eating it. Whenever I go home, that and like fried pork chop sandwiches is something my mom's gonna make, and I know it's gonna happen. So I look forward to being back home this weekend, to be honest.
I'll throw down some fried pork chop sandwiches, but you can have my liver pudding, bro. You can have mine. Sounds too good.
I'm big on liver pudding, man.
What's in it besides liver?
It's like pork liver mixed in. It's grind. It's really good, man. They fry it. Yeah, I love it.
All right, I'll try it. What the heck? I'll try anything, man. All right. Your favorite NFL stadium to play in besides Paul Brown Stadium?
My favorite to play in besides Paul Brown. I'm trying to think. The Raiders Stadium was really cool, but I was I went and played Minnesota one time. I really liked their stadium for some reason. I liked their stadium, the whole, clap thing. All that stuff. It was really cool. I enjoyed my one time up in Minnesota.
Loud in there, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty loud in there.
Yeah. All right. How about an underrated offensive lineman in the NFL? Like you said, it's a joke that you didn't get Pro Bowl recognition. Joke. Period. Well, how about an old lineman that's like, man, this dude, he's better than people say or think. Is there anybody that comes to mind?
And maybe he got the respect back in the day, but Brandon Lindor from the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
He's always, he's a bigger center. He's really athletic, kind of always in the right place. I've always kind of struggled just with their O line in general. I went against them a lot in Houston. Just Ben Jones. Ben Jones, how smart he is very underrated. He always messes with me a little bit. If you're a younger player playing against Ben Jones, he will really mess with your head.
Yeah.
He'll mess with your head and get after you, and just little things he does. As playing inside, there's little things you get away with. Like if you're engaged and offensive lineman pulls on you a little bit, nobody's gonna see that.
Right.
But being able to stay on your feet and not get your feet tripped up, they're the best. Some of them are the best at hooking your arm when they're going inside, when they're coming in on inside zones and they hook you. Like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Those type of guys always, it's always a. I think the rest of them that I would say out there, they get their credit where it's due. There's some good guys out there though.
Tricks of the trade, man.
Yeah, it's a bunch of tricks. When you're playing in the interior, especially, there's a bunch of tricks that people don't realize or use, that are the head tap from the center when he snaps the ball, throws off your rush. There's a bunch of stuff going on in there.
It's funny. I had to play center due to an injury, and the one thing that I found is, a lot of the nose guards would just, have such concentration on the football. They're just looking for the ball to move, just any kind of movement. So while I would do is squeeze it, I just squeeze the ball, and just that squeeze motion, man, I'd get guys jumping, man, like kangaroos.
Every time. That type of thing, yeah. And so I can't give you the trick. Somebody might watch this.
Right.
I'll leave that alone. Never mind. You know what? I'm watching those triggers, so keep squeezing it.
I hear you. All right, so who's your favorite baseball player when you were growing up?
Barry Bonds. I'm a big Barry Bonds guy, and I'm pissed that he's not in the Hall of Fame, and now I'll die on that hill that he should be in the Hall of Fame. In my opinion, he's the greatest baseball player ever. I grew up watching him. I just watching him hit the home runs, earrings swinging, so much swag, hands go in the air, people in the base swimming for the ball, him just like that. That image will never get out of my mind. It'll never leave my mind. I get forever watching it with my dad. That lefty swing, you knew it was gonna happen. They knew what was up. Anytime inside fastball is going over into the bag, you knew what was going on.
Tell you, man, when guys have the eye-hand coordination to put the bat on the ball like those guys do, I mean, there's nothing that you can take that can make your eye-hand coordination
any better.
Yeah, and when they have that, man,
those it wasn't like, I mean, whatever I guess you could say, but none of his home runs, you go back and count, those were no doubters. He was those balls were gone from the minute they hit the bat. They were out of there.
Yep. All right, the best streaming show you're currently watching.
Ooh, man, the best it's this new show about the Baltimore police officers. This Is Our City, or we run something like that. I was just watching it a minute ago, but it's pretty good. That's probably the best one I'm watching right now that's like actively on.
Really?
I watch Atlanta. I'm a big Atlanta guy. I watch what Childish Gambino. I watch a lot of shows. So we go on this for a minute. I got a couple shows that I watch. So I always keep tucked. Big fan, big TV guy.
All right, so you talked about a police show. Just real quick, what are you thinking about doing when you're done playing? I mean, I know you got quite a few years left.
Probably going into business for. I got a bunch of real estate properties and things like that I have, and
cool.
Just trying to figure out what I want to do. Really, just want to be a stay-at-home dad, man. Vibe out, be at the house, but if I got to get out the house, I before football and all this, I always wanted to be a high school athletic director. That was kind of like my passion. That was really what I wanted to do and what I was going to end up doing. Football I didn't go to college thinking about the NFL at all. Like my dream really stopped at getting a free education. Like this was never in my cards. So I just wanted to be a high school athletic director. My dad was a teacher, so I just kind of always had that background. I enjoyed it. And I feel like you reach kids a lot at that high school. There's a bunch of kids who run around between that 14 to 18-year-old age who are confused and just kind of need a male guidance and somebody that can come sit in their office and just vent away. Sports and no sports. I just felt like that was the easiest way to connect with kids. For me.
I'll tell you, I remember my high school athletic director, Frank Sharp, man, that dude made a heck of an impression on my life, and you'd be an unbelievable role model for kids as a high
Yeah.
athletic
And so
director.
I spent a lot of time talking to my mom's high school athletic director because he drove our buses when I was in high school. So after games or things like that, I just kind of sit on the bus, me and him chat back and forth. And that's really where I got the passion for it and kind of figured it out.
All right, so back to our quick hitters here. Who's the funniest player on the team in your mind?
Eli Apple. That's no. Whether trying to be funny or not trying to be funny, Eli the funniest person on the team.
Really? Just
By,
natural.
by far. Whether he trying to be or not trying to be funny, he's hilarious.
Just natural deal. Oh, that's
Oh
great.
man,
That's
he's a
great.
character. We love him. He's a character.
How about coach? Is there a funny coach in the staff?
Coach Hobby, Coach Hobby, I know all his little nuances and stuff, so he funny. He funny as hell to me. I don't know if everybody else would agree that he's that funny, but I think he's hilarious.
That's
Just because I
your
know,
D-line coach.
yeah, I know everything he's saying. I know his little sayings. I know what makes him mad when he upset. All that stuff is hilarious to me.
All right, so like we were talking about on April 2nd of 2020, you signed a contract with the Bengals. What's the first thing you bought after you signed that deal?
What's the first? Oh, I brought. I remember I took a nap. And then I woke up. I just wanted to make sure it was real. I woke up and ordered Uber Eats. I brought some wings. I brought a bunch of wings. I went crazy on some wings. And then after that, I don't know. I didn't go buy I
You didn't
didn't
buy
get
a
a car
car or
until
anything? No?
I didn't get a car until I was here. I bought my mom a house. We got my mom's new
There
place.
you go.
Yeah, my mom's new place. And then I bought the condo here and bought a car, and that was it. I don't have anything too crazy.
You're a good man taking care of your mom like that. That
Oh,
doesn't
that's my
surprise
dog,
me at all.
man. That's my
Yeah,
dog. She put it all, laid it all forward. My mom's always been the go getter in my family. My dad had rheumatoid arthritis, so he retired from teaching.
oh, wow.
But she's a true blessing. After that happened, while being the go getter, she still let my father lead the family. So I was always felt like I had a strong man in my house, and he was always Superman to me. And as I've gotten older, I've realized how different that must have been, for my mother from a woman's perspective. She's out there grinding every single day
Mm.
and coming home to a little boy who's so energetic and loud and fun. But that's like my partner. That's like my big sister though. I've never seen my mom really have a bad day. Even if she is, she's not showing it. I've never seen her cry. She's strong as a rock.
Mm.
The toughest woman I've ever met. She's on me all the time. She gives me real reports on how I play. If I mess up, she's on it. So I just been blessed with her. She's amazing. That's my dog right there. So we take care of her. When I go home, that's who I'm spending my time with. That's who house I'm at. I can't wait for her to make me breakfast in the morning. I'm like a little kid again every time.
Got to get that liver pudding, my
Gotta
man.
get it. Gotta get it. Liver pudding and grits in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Liver pudding, grits, and eggs. That's all I need. I'm good to go.
Oh, that sounds stronger than new rope right there. All right. So final question. We'll get you out on this.
All right.
Your favorite moment or favorite play or favorite whatever of last season. What comes to mind?
Jesse Bates picking Ryan Tannehill off to begin the game in Tennessee. I think the energy behind that play set us through the playoffs. Like just the energy, and it's crazy because me and Jesse had talked about it earlier in the week that he's like Ryan Tannehill, he gonna be generous. He's like he always generous to me. I always get him for one. And when it happened, for that to happen, what was it, the first, second play?
Yeah.
For it to happen like that, I felt like our energy as a team, as a defense, we felt like can't nobody touch us. Like we don't care what they go out there and do on the other side of the ball. They don't even got to score. We'll figure it out. Like that's how we felt, And that game was a game full of really field goals. So it was just we felt so confident in ourselves. I felt like that play was very memorable to me. That and the play with Sam when he ran out of gas after Trey got the strip sack in Las Vegas. When he got the strip sack in Las Vegas, it was just cool for that play just because it was kind of like we really sealed the deal. That the Chiefs game one, but the one in Vegas was cool because we were up and we really sealed the deal. And it was just, you always want to do it on defense. But I think that Jesse play really just stung in my mind just because it felt like that's the energy you needed on prime time playoff season. I remember I was so jacked up. I felt like I had the game of my life that game. I
You
was
did.
jacked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was jacked up after that play. I mean, I wasn't coming off that line after that, like off that towing that line of talking shit and doing whatever I had to do. All that. So I wasn't coming off that line after that. That was it was what it was, and we were going to deal with the results.
Yeah, you handled them, man. You handled them up front. That was you were inverting that line of scrimmage every snap. Yeah, that play. What a tone setter, though. I mean, flip the field, give the offense great field position right away, get a takeaway like that, man. And really, I mean, it had a major effect that game on Ryan Tannehill. Find out he struggled. He got in a big depression. Throwing those 3 interceptions that playoff game. He struggled with it. So
man, you take away that middle, guys get nervous about that middle of the field. If you can't throw in that middle, those outside throws are tough. It's just tougher on people. Those outside throws are tough. I think it used to be the middle was so open. I think with the rules of football, it makes for such easier throws. Gone are the days where guys are coming across the middle and Ed Reed's there getting ready to split your damn wig. So it's throwing across the middle isn't like as feared. So you really got to pick those balls off or get your hands on them or make some type of subconscious feeling like, oh, I can't make those throws in the middle because they're going to pick it. So, like, if you don't, because, the fear of hitting them is out of the way. They're like,
right.
They get a flag if they hit them. So that's out of the way. So you got to make plays on those balls. And I think that's a huge tone coming. For years, you didn't see guys just throwing the ball in the middle like that. Not with those guys.
Right.
Those guys, when those guys were letting you just get killed, that wasn't happening. So it's back now. So you really got to make sure you get into those balls.
Yep. Proceed at your own risk.
It used to be, proceeded for sure. Like, hey man, look, don't throw it over there. All right, LaRon Landry, those got me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Well, this has been a sheer delight, man. You're a heck of a football player, even better human being. And the next time we catch up, I'm going to get your liver pudding recipe, I should say.
All right, sounds good. I can fry you up a piece whenever, man. I got the people at Nice's Sausage. They all went to my high school, so I always got some in the fridge. They always send it up from Greensboro to me. I make sure I get down. That we got the spice sausage with sage in it. We got anything you need in that fridge, man. We got it all.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realized self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.